Okay, hi everybody. I was going to do a Hot Toys figure video next, but this turned up. And I thought there hasn't been many videos on this out there on YouTube, if any at all. So I just had to do it. This is the Lady Katana figure. It's a third-party figure. It's obviously Deadpool in an alternate universe. And it's the female version. There's some pros and cons on this figure. The main cons are the body underneath, for me, but I'll explain that as we take a closer look over the figure. But before we come on to the figure itself, I just want to go through some of the accessories. So it comes with 6 hands plus an exclusive hands. So the hands it comes with, the 2 that are on the actual figure itself here, we've got on her right hand there is a gripping hand, which is used for grabbing the chicken and the katanas, and got a pistol hand on the other side. Comes with, say, 2 of these gripping hands, if it'll focus. I mean, the paintwork's not too bad. It's not Hot Toys quality or anything like that, but it's still pretty good. Here's the other trigger hand. Not a huge amount of detail on the hands, not like you say as you'd get with Hot Toys or maybe even Sideshow. Comes with the thumbs up hand, and this gesturing hand. The other exclusive thing that it comes with is this one, which is obviously not for this figure. It's to be used with the Hot Toys Deadpool. As you can see, the difference in the size, if it will focus, there you go. It's quite a lot of difference in the size in the hands, so it's obviously the male Deadpool. So it's nice that they've included that. Comes with 2 of these guns. The paintwork is pretty basic. I suppose if you really wanted to, you could touch it up yourself. This does slide slightly, not a great deal. And the clip, do this one-handed, does come out to reveal the bullet. So you have 2 of them. Also comes with these 2 bombs that you see on the belt here. The chicken for comedic value, and 2 katanas on her back. I'll take one out. It's actually metal. Detailing's not too bad, but say it's not Hot Toys quality. But this wasn't a very expensive figure. Unlike the Hot Toys Deadpool, the actual katanas do not stick on the back with a magnet. It's just like a little clip. You just push it in, but I'll show you that, or try and show you that when we have a look around the figure. But also comes with 6 different eyes. Now, as with the Hot Toys version, you pull the eyes out and just replace them with these other eyes. So you've got on the figure here, you've got the 2 wide eyes, and it comes with these sets as well, the slightly more closed eyes and then the very closed eyes. These do not stick on with magnets though, like the Hot Toys figure. They just push on, and they do have a tendency to fall out quite easily because the fixture isn't very tight. So maybe a little bit of blue tack in the socket there just to hold them in. And it also comes with a stand, very reminiscent of Hot Toys stands. It's not that often with third-party figures that you get a stand with the figure, but with this one you do, so that's a plus point, definitely. It's one of the crutch grabber stands. So I'll put a little pause in here and we'll take an actual look around the figure itself. Okay, so on to the figure. If you're a Deadpool fan, then I guess this is a pretty good item to have to go next to Deadpool, which is what I'm going to do. But the suit is quite flexible, so you can give it some pretty decent poses. It's not high quality suit, not like the Hot Toys Deadpool figure. Does have a little bit of scrunching when you put the actual hands on, so you might need to push that down with a little pin or something like that just to tidy it up a bit. It's got a zip that goes all the way up the back, so it is probably possible to take this suit off. It's something I am thinking about doing later, because the body underneath, I find a lot, you get this a lot with third-party figures, it's sort of hit and miss really. The joints are very loose on this figure, so you can't, with mine anyway, especially on this arm, it's just really blur, you know, it just doesn't hold, as you can see. So there's an issue there. This arm isn't too bad, but when you bend it up, the clothing does ruck up quite a lot. One of my knee joints as well, I can't remember which leg it was, I think it's this one. That one's also very loose, so you can't bend that one either, it just flips back like the arm did. The other leg isn't so bad. So what I'm thinking of doing, if I'm brave enough, is taking this suit off of this figure. I might wait to see if somebody else does it on another video, just to see how easy it is, and put a better body underneath. Now I was thinking of putting a mid-busted Fison body under here, because I think the large busted one won't go. But as we all know, people who collect Fison figures, putting a really skin-tight suit on a Fison figure is a nightmare. You have to use talcum powder so it smooths over, but that can get a bit messy. So I might just opt for a Hot Toys body, or maybe even a Triad Toys articulated body to go underneath this, just to give it, make sure the joints are better than what I've got on this one. Head sculpt, this is a sculpted mask, it's not an actual head underneath, and you've just got the real rooted hair coming out the back. Here's the katanas on the back. As I say, there is a very small little clip there which probably could break, so you want to be careful with that, you don't want to mess about with it too much, and it just clips on the back. It does have a removable belt. This is very loose, and you can get this belt off quite easily, so that wouldn't be a problem. Same with the holsters. The paintwork, a little bit to be desired on the holsters there. They tried to go for a sort of weathered type look, but it could have been better. I'll just show you one of the eyes taken out so you can see the connector. So you just touched it, fell out. No magnet in there. Maybe you could mod it a bit and maybe put a little magnet in there. You'd have to trim this bit down, if it'll focus, to put a little magnet on there so it fits on. But I think a little bit of blue tack or double-sided sticky tape wouldn't be a problem. And it just fits straight back on, but there you go, it's fallen out again. So that is a problem that I found with mine anyway, and I'm sure other people probably got the same problem with their figures. But it's a, you know, it's a nice companion piece for Deadpool. For me, the busts are a little bit too large, but then it is a comic booky type comedy character, so they probably just want to emphasize that sort of area of the body. But I would say I would prefer to put a more natural type body underneath this suit. If I do that, I will do a video of it all made up at a later date, but I'm a bit scared of actually taking this suit off, just in case if it goes wrong and I can't put it back on again. This is the chicken. Something that the Hot Toys Deadpool didn't come with, but then it won't, because it's didn't happen in the movie. But yeah, all in all, I'm fairly happy with this figure. I say it's not the best. Off camera, this figure is a darker suit. From what you can see, it's just the lights making it look a lot redder than what it is. But what I'll do now is I'll just zoom in, so hopefully you can get a more detailed look at the figure from head to toe. Stitching's not too bad. Don't know if there'll be any issues with that later on. But it's a shame that the body underneath isn't that good. That's my main gripe with this figure. For detail wise, I think with third party figures, although they are getting better and better now, they're still not there for their detailing. But I don't think it'll be long before they start giving Hot Toys a run for their money. I might change some of the weapons, have some better quality weapons than what you're seeing on this one, just to add my own little sort of mark on the figure. These pouches on the belt can slide around the belt as well, so you can position them. The leg holster here is a little bit loose, but you can tighten it on the leg to prevent that from happening. It does look a little bit unsightly, but I think, you know, a little bit of playing around with it, stretch the fake leather clothing, it will look a lot better. Boots aren't too bad. When you do bend the joints, it does look a little bit unsightly. But yeah, I'm happy I got it. Didn't pay a lot of money for it. I got this off Facebook, off the TNS Figures community. But I think these will be readily available. Probably from now, you probably start seeing these starting to come up on eBay now. But I wouldn't pay a lot of money for it. I can't remember exactly what I paid for this. It's $100 and some odd, I think. So if somebody on eBay is asking $200 odd for it, do not pay that sort of money. It's a figure that's not worth it, because I say it does have its flaws. But there is potential there for your own modifications. Definitely. I'm assuming a lot of people will probably use this head sculpt definitely for their own kit bashes. But say the potential is there to make this better. So yeah, there you go. I just thought I'd make this video because it came in the post yesterday, and I just had to get it out there just so you can see this figure. If you have seen it on the forums or places like eBay or Facebook or whatever, and you're umming and ahhing about it, please be aware of those little issues that I've just pointed out. Not sure how this suit is going to hold up over time. As we all know with these figures, things do deteriorate. They're never going to last forever, but it just depends on how fast they deteriorate. But yeah, that's just my little take on this figure. Am I glad I've got it? Yes. Is it worth the money that I paid for it? Probably, yes. It's maybe about another 20 quid less would have been ideal. But I suppose to say it's hit and miss with these figures. You might get yours come through and the body might be fine. The joints might be fine. The paintwork might be a little bit different. Probably a little bit better. But that's just the chance you take with these sort of figures. The next video that I'll be doing on this channel, I'll give you a quick little preview. Will be this guy here. It's the Mark IV Iron Man. It's the one that's just come through from Sideshow. I believe it's not a reissue figure. A lot of people say, oh, is it reissue? No, it isn't. It's from the China release that they did of this figure, and it's a big letdown for me, but I'll explain that when I do the video on that one. So that will be next. And as you can see in the detail behind him, is the Secret Project Mark IV. I will compare them both together. Yes, they're different colours, but as far as the suit's concerned, the build and all that, you will see some subtle differences. But that'll be explained when I do that video next, which should be possibly next week sometime. So yeah, there's the Lady Katana Deadpool. Hope this video was of help to people out there who are interested in buying it. And I'll see you guys on the next video.